Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy Calypso with one more update for you guys on what's going on with the reef tank, what's going on with the algae, new plans, new build, and all this goody thing that are going on in here in Calypso's Reef Studio. We gotta enjoy for the time being, so let's dive in. Let's see what's going on in the reef tanks. So last video, I don't remember, man. There's so many things going on that I be losing track of time and what things I talk about in the video. So if I talk about certain things that I already explained to you guys in the last video, then bear with me. I mean, my brain is all over the place. But here you guys are seeing the DNT. I did talk about this one in the last video, but here you guys are seeing the DNT. Uh, lights just came on not too long ago. I still did again that I didn't do the whole day, but I waited to the last minute to turn on the lights because yesterday I started seeing just a tiny bit of the algae coming back after having the tank running for a whole week without seeing the algae. So I am testing my levels. Still, nitrates not registered. Phosphate, just a little tiny bit of phosphates, but what can be causing it to be exactly, I never worry about nitrates before, never worry about phosphates before, and I never encounter that type of algae. So this is my first time dealing with it. I'm probably gonna buy an ICP test and run an ICP test in the tank, see exactly what is causing it. If it's my RODI, it could be a lot of things. So I gotta, get down to business and see what's going on. But here in the DNT tank, I moved some of the corals that I had on the 40, and they are here. Gorgonians. What else I move over here? It's some mushrooms around here. So we got a nice mushroom there. We got my leather in the back of this right here. Hard to see, but it's back there. I also have my other mushroom right in the bottom over there. It's hard to see, but it's right in the back. And what else? So the other gorgonian. The sexy trims are here. They came from the 42. So I finally found them. The ones right there. Now they hosting the anemone. I know I see one. The other one probably is in the bottom somewhere. But for the most part, this tank is doing great. Can't complain how things are turning out, other than the algae issues I'm having. But like I say, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna try to get control of the algae because I don't want the algae to kill my zoas or kill any other coral for me not figuring out what's going on. But the tank is doing good. All the fish are good still, so that's a plus. And this tank is waiting for a nice upgrade. So how much show you guys that in a sec. So coming here to the 40. The 40, man. Let me cover this tank because I gotta show you guys. Let me see how I'm gonna cover the DNT, the side panel, so you guys can enjoy my new Roscape. Well, actually, it's not a new Roscape, but I did switch my Roscape a little bit here. So what you guys are seeing here is the same rocks I had in the tank. I just moved the big Roscape here to the front, and then the back one, you guys remember I had against the wall, and I just glue a bunch of legs or arches that I had glued together, and just glue them on top and make a nice tower, so where I could put all the sticks and whatever I want in there. I moved the front rack to the back so I could place my Monty, and it also in a nice place. I don't mind it's getting enough light to keep it alive. Also the frost skins in the back over there too, so everything's getting nice light. Can't complain. Even in the bottom here, nothing's getting shaded. So that's a nice thing. And then this rock, I put all the encrusted Monty on the base, so it could cover all that and make it look nice. The Euphilia that I told you guys that I moved over here is loving that spot. It wasn't opening like that. My frog spawn, my frog spawn I don't know, that coral is being a little challenge for me ever since I had it. Some days it's happy, some days it's not. but for the most part now, is being kind of closed all the time. So I'm not a big guy with euphilia. So what can be? I mean, I don't know. But just enjoying this new rascape that I did to the tank, man. It just way better. I get less detritus in the bottom. Now the detritus used to collect in the back. Now once the flow goes to the back, it just go up or it just come back, so it keeps spinning. And I only collect just a little bit of detritus in the back. But everything is looking amazing. All the corals are doing good except one. Is this one right here. One of my heads died. And what I think that caused that, I don't know if it was high alkalinity when I did the 2-day blackout. The alkalinity go up. Why it go up? Because, since it's no light, the coral's not absorbing that energy from the light. And then so they can start consuming what they need to consume from the water column. So my alkalinity went a little high. So that could be possible. But if not was that, my wrasses, when they sleep, two of the wrasses I got, they created this mucus bubble. And that's what I saw on top of that head. So probably was that. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. It was that saliva mucus bubble that covered the head enough time to kill it. So, because the rest is still good. So I don't know. If it was alkalinity, I doubt it. I did saw alkalinity cause an effect on my zoas. This is my Bam, so you guys can see some of the heads lost their color a little bit. So that's what I heard that happened when alkalinity goes high. Some of the corals tend to lose their color a little bit, but the rest didn't. The rest is still looking good. I just fed them and look, they just loving good polyp extension, and they just loving food right now. So, but look at that rust cake, guys. That rust cake is looking amazing. I love it. Then when we come around here, look at that. Now the tank is more even. You can enjoy the whole thing. I gotta say it, man. I want to thank a couple people, that guide me from the far in what I'm doing here, get their opinions. I respect everybody's opinion, everybody criticism, and this look good, this doesn't look good. So a big shout out to all you guys that have formed part of this whole build, because this whole build is a complete DIY, 40-gallon breeder. A lot of people inspire me to build this tank, and I'm treating this tank like my dream tank, and every little thing I can do to it to fix it or to make it look better, you guys will see this baby at the end. It's gonna look amazing. So going back over here, now you guys can see we got a nice open space for the flow just to come and go back, and we can enjoy even the back rock with all those corals in the back. So I can't wait for this baby, for all those acros and sticks to grow. So now when we come to this side, we can even enjoy it. Look at this beauty. And we could get to see the DNT from the other side. So here, so you guys can see my rock flower anemones. I'm planning to move those rock flowers out of there, because I know eventually that one right there, since it's getting shaded, it's gonna move. So I gotta try to catch it when it's on the move, so I can remove it out of there. I got another green one the other side, which it was almost on top of the Montes the other day, so that was no good. I don't know how badly these are against acros, Montes, or whatever. So I don't want to take no risk in having one of them kill any other coral if I can remove it. And then I got this one that at one point it was almost dead, and look where it's at right now. So, but yeah, so the tank is just in cruise control. Like I said, a little bit of problem with the algae. What exactly it is, it's few things that I am doing different. So probably that's what's causing it. One thing is my refugium light. I'm running it. I'm not keeping a steady time frame with it. So before I used to run it at night, and then while the tank lights are off, and then when the lights in the morning come on, then the refueling light go off. So that's probably something that could play part of it, because it's something different. It's something different that I wasn't doing last time. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. Fix all those things that I'm doing different from before, to see if that's what's causing the problem. Also, I am thinking of changing my RODI system replacement part from it, because I don't know if it was that cheap one that I bought, even though it's reading 0 TDS, but it could be also that. I mean, you never know. You never know. But we'll see. I'm going to change it to a better one, to a good one. And then I see the algae issue goes away, because that's the only issue I'm having with the tank. That's the only issue. Still, trying to bring the color of those acros to life. Some are still looking good, like that. The guy sold it to me like a rainbow millie, but it looked more to me like a pink millie, with a green base. Sometimes it has yellow, sometimes don't. But other ones are looking better for the most part. So we'll see if we can bring those colors back when we get everything established and all the levels where they need to be. So, but yeah, so this tank is doing amazing. Filtration still the same. Nothing haven't changed on there. The only thing, I added my UV sterilizer, and I dumped it in the refueling part, so it could just create a little bit of oxygen there. So, it's last time when I had the DNT water draining to that side of the refugium, the algae was doing better. I did that now, and it's doing better again. So that's doing good. Skimmer is skimming right. So that's another good thing. But now I want to show you guys where I'm at with this tank here. So let's remove this and let's go into this one. So this one, big shout out to my boy Trey Reefer. He gave me this when he came to see me over the summer. He wasn't using it. This is a 24-gallon shallow, and it used to have a inner overflow. So I like the real estate of the tank, so I wanted use as many space I can once I move the corals, and then I'm planning to move all the fracs from here over here. So this rascape is not gonna go here. I'm gonna keep that rascape for a future tank that I'm planning to buy, if that happen. But anytime that happen, I'm gonna keep that rock because I want it for there. So, but what I did, I drilled the tank 1-inch drill drain here and 1/2-inch return. Also gonna be connected to the 40, because I'm gonna be removing the 14 gallons. And then here, the 2 holes that came here, I did glue this piece of glass. Once I put sand and all that, it's not gonna show. But trust me, guys, this thing is not going nowhere. It's full of silicone all the way here, and I also put one in the bottom. So that's gonna be unbreakable unless I break the glass. But it's a 24-gallon shallow, and it's gonna be connected to my 40-gallon breeder. I'm planning to connect to the opposite side. We'll see. And who knows? I might connect another tank to the 40. Do 2, what, right? And then instead of having 2 tanks, then I have 3. So keep this one as a frac tank, DNT, and the 40. We'll see. We'll see what we do here in the studio. But what I did here, the stand again is a 40-gallon breeder stand. So what I did, I cut it to make it small. Boom, and then. I just did my DIY stuff too. I'm not gonna get into detail because it's too much. But those of you guys that has a 40-gallon breeder stand, the same way you grab the screws in here, I did the same thing in the other side. I just cut a piece of metal about this size, push it in there. I drilled the holes, added the thread, and then on my job I weld the pieces in, and it just like it came in there. So that made it more easy for me. I also added these bars in the bottom, just so I could, create a floor, because if not, you guys know the 40 breeders don't have a floor, and it just came out amazing. The only issue I'm having here is the tank is, I think it's 20 inches wide, and this here is only 18 inches wide. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna find, since I'm gonna cover the stand, what I'm gonna do is find inch inch thick plywood for the front, inch thick plywood for the back, and that way I cover the whole thing, you know. And the tank, even though the bottom here is gonna be exactly the same measurements of the whole thing, so it's gonna come over here, over there to the back. So once I put it there, you're not even gonna notice. So it's gonna serve me, you know, that's gonna serve me as a frame where I'm gonna be putting the plywood, so I could cover that. And all that there is gonna be where I'm gonna put either a chiller, calcium reactor, the controllers for the tank. So that's where I'm gonna do all that inside that stand. So it's gonna be a nice project, and it's gonna do so much better than having a DIY stand like this one. So you guys gonna be able to enjoy it. This rod scape, I'm in love with it. You know, this part here comes apart, and that's why you end up with nice rod scape for acros and a lot of SPS you could put in this rock. I wish I could keep it in here, but it's too high. And then if I put acros up there, it gotta be some type of tabling acros so they don't grow that big. But still, I don't wanna, you know, once the water drop here, it's gonna be too much. So I don't wanna risk it and end up having a coral that's gonna grow out of the water. But also, I also got rock on the DNT, and I love that rascade. Even though I gotta drop it once I put it in here, because you know it's taller. So my rascade right now over here, let me show you guys. So here they're almost reaching the top. So I know once I put this, it's gonna be exactly at the top of that tank. Matter of fact, let me do some measurement right now to see where that's gonna end up if I put this rascape the same way that it is here. So right now, the tip of my corals is at 12 inches and a half. If you guys see 12 inches and a half around there, the tip of the corals, you see 12 inches and a half. So when we come over here, this tank is exactly 12 inches and a half tall. So if I put that rascape in there just like that one, the corals is gonna be out of the water. So that's a no-no. But you know, I can't wait. I'm so desperate to finish, but lately I've been taking my time in whatever I'm doing here because I want to make sure that things come out right, and you know, you guys get to enjoy it, and I can inspire you guys to, you know, in the future, if you guys want to do it built with a 40-gallon breeder, then you guys can come to my channel, you know, and watch some videos, and you guys can ask me whatever questions you guys want, and I can explain to you. You can find me here, message me through here, comment below, or you could go on Instagram, Calizo's Reef, or Calizo's Reef, in one of those two, and I also can answer you through there, and we can do live video chat. So feel welcome to do that whenever you want to. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I see you guys in the next one. Hasta la próxima. Your boy Calizos out. See you guys.